For our final two views, we're going to cut a wall section through right here on our plan. So looking in that direction, here it is right here. We can see the column that's located right there. You probably can't see blue, but it turned blue there. I'll zoom in, and then you can see the beam right there, and I mean the girder, and then there's a beam right there, and then there's the other beam right there. If I can click on it, and of course then the decking and that kind of stuff. Okay, so how do we get this? Well, the first thing I want you to do is go in. You need to offset your levels so that they don't crowd each other. Then the other thing is you need to let's hide the street and the curb levels because we don't need those. So I'm going to hide both of those levels. Once again, what you want to do is remove everything out of the view that isn't related to what it is you're trying to show. In this case, we're trying to show the structure and where the structure is located, so it doesn't matter. Now you'll see that the earth or the topo right here is blocking. And for this view, I'm just going to hide the topo. There's some other things we could do with it, but I'm just going to hide the topo so that we can see our pier cap. There's our grade beam right there. There's the other grade beam. And then the rest of the elements up here. So let's zoom in and just see what we have here. So what I did here, matter of fact, I'll just delete it and show you. Since all these three elements are identical for each level, I just selected them. I hit copy to the clipboard. Okay, just like we did for our columns and beams when we were copying from level to level. And then I'm going to paste from the clipboard. And actually, there's an easier and faster way to do that. Let's not do that. Okay, what I'm going to do instead of pasting since I'm in this view, what I can do is just select them all and then go copy. And then I'm going to pick a point right here that will be the same point up here on this beam. And then that way my arrows will all fit in the right location. And so that's basically, I typed one set of these out, okay? Steel beam, W2143, anyway, those, and then I just copied them up, boom, 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 boom. And then I labeled the 4-inch concrete deck and the composite metal deck 2x6 and got those arrows in there, and then I just copied them up to right here using that same method I just did. Now I still have two things to label here. That's the roof deck and stuff. So what I'm going to do, once again, I find it often easier to work from existing text and leaders. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and once again, I'm going to copy using the same kind of method I did before. Go to the center line of here, up to the center line of the beam there, and they're pretty much in the location that I want them. I just have to label them what I want them to be. And so I'm going to modify this, and now this is not concrete deck anymore. This is 6-inch of rigid insulation. I'm just going to abbreviate that, R30. And then we'll redo this. This is a composite metal roof deck, okay? Now, and it's important that you put roof deck because they're a different shape and size, and it's not 2x6, it is 3x8. Okay. So that finishes the roof structure out. And so I'm going to come back down here. And we got a grade beam here. We have a pile cap that's 39 by 39 by 35. And then we have a 24-inch concrete pile right here. We have our slab here, our concrete slab, which we haven't. So I'm just going to copy some words that are close. Once again, using the control key, I'm just going to grab that text right there and drag it down. That's another way of copying it. Okay, using the control key. And then this is now, of course, 6-inch. And it's not a concrete deck, it's a concrete slab. Oops. And so now we have our concrete slab labeled, and that's really all the things we need labeled. Okay, we have our level 1, top of footing, and then up here, top of roof, top of parapet, and our different levels. We could label this beam, you know, and denote that it's the same beam as that, or let's do this, and we will go in here to leaders, and I'll add another leader there, okay? And when I do, it now has 2 leaders, right? And so I'll just take that and move one of them over here. I could do it that way. That's not my favorite way to do it. I would just copy, maybe that's probably what I'd do. I'd copy that other, but this works. Sometimes you have to zoom in because a snap will hold you. Probably copying this over here and using a shorter leader would be better, but it works. Now, the next thing I'm going to do now is create a 3D view of this. And to do that, what I'm going to do is go in and copy one of my 3D views. I already did this once. Yeah, right here. So we're going to do it again for this one, though, for section 13, section 2. Oh, okay. I'm just going to delete that one. Okay. And let's copy number 7. So we're going to duplicate view, duplicate with detailing. Okay. It's going to look something like this. Let's go ahead and just close that out. And let's only get our 2 views that we need up here. We don't need this view. We just need the one we copied. So which one? This is the copy right there. And then the only problem with giving long names is they don't show up completely, right? So I'm going to delete this. And we're going to rename this 3D. Well, let's just back it all the way out. So this is going to be number 9, 3D. 3D. Let's see. Frame section 2, or just I could say section 2, but we'll use frame 2. We'll use that. And then, so now we have this renamed as a different view, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so what we can do is we can use our section that we did right here. Okay, let's WT it. So we're going to window tile. Okay, and what I'm going to do is orient this to this section, the direction of that section, and crop it to this section requirements. So I'm going to come in here, orient to a view. I'm going to use a section, and then I'm going to do this section 13, frame section 2. And you'll notice it oriented it to it. It cropped it as it's cropped. It's now and because it's a 3-dimensional view and not a 2-dimensional view like the section is, I can just do this, and now I have a 3-dimensional axon of my structure here. So with those 2 views, play with this, zoom it in, get it as big as you possibly can. You'll have a higher resolution screen than I do, so you'll get a better resolution on the text and stuff. But go ahead, zoom it in. You don't need the whole piling there, so if it helps to crop some of that piling, go ahead and feel free to crop some of it, make it look good. I'm just wanting to see that you did the work. And then here, of course, we can zoom that in, max it out, and then capture this image. And you're finished. Now you'll have all 6 of your views and in sets. You'll have our the top of the footing foundation plan, and that really should be called the foundation plan. Okay, not top of footing. That should be called foundation plan. And then you got the level 2 structure, structural plan, and then you have your 3D views. Let's see, and these were going to be full views, so they will be full views like this, right? So you'll have one view that is with the floors, and then another that is with just the beams. And we're going to orient those views the other direction. Oop. Back this way, yeah. And get it up here. Anyway, where is that view? I thought I had. Oh, I opened the wrong one. Oh yeah, there's my steel frame view. And so those 2 views, and they should be printed as one big view, not doubled. So you'll have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets, but 6 different views. Okay, that's it. Then put your name, date, assignment number, and your section, discussion section on it so that we don't get it lost. Please put it on every sheet because sometimes staples don't stay together and we lose your sheets. And if it, so